a very slow matchup, and historically that would work out. I think these two go fairly back and forth just because they're both very good at things.
The last hit situation is kind of an inherent 50-50.
No, that's sort of what this would get back to. But what you'll mostly see is that Wolf has no reason to approach. Laser is a very strong tool against also like this is just really at killing cover zones and doing as well as like like yeah, like that situation.
I'm surprised the gunman got that off.
No, exactly right.
Yeah, that was a fast boy.
It's hard for setups to do. And the other great thing that's actually good is that you get generally speaking, there's like trading ways with that.
I thought we were gonna say back air from hard there.
Like D-Twizy is at 50%, and hard is not at 50% until like generously
Like 150.
like 150.
Because Gukhan's kill option is up air below that percent, and it's not hard to just avoid up air, especially when game plan is this.
Sitting with that platform starting it's 2016.
Oh yeah.
And from this point, you just know that hard is going to be pulling that is what's the view?
Well, you know, I was recently looking up what we use whale oil for. We use it for a lot of things. A lot of things. It was like a very big deal, and we like nearly extincted whales. But when I looked it up on Wikipedia, it had like viscosity levels and specific heat, and I realized like, well, this is like that was very important to know for like engineers and like scientists.
It's like one of those things that really makes you feel like because like it has like bonus like you're like oh my god it's like beetle sex research. It's like yeah we do that because if we research beetle sex like we might do it for like Alzheimer's, right?
Yeah, it's
like we use whale oil for like a lot of things, and knowing its like viscosity and heat and stuff is also very important.
Yeah. And so people end up being like, oh, we're spending too much money on science and not nearly enough money on
other science I like.
Yeah.
Why aren't we giving $5 billion to AI? It's like, because if you give $5 billion to AI, you get $0 back.
Yeah.
If you put $5 billion...
And also currently, there is no struggle funding AI research right now. It
also,
is extremely cheap to do and very well funded and very, like, there's a lot of capital gain in it.
Yeah.
So it's a bunch of programmers like me who are getting in on that hype money for doing barely any work. But folks, if you missed the AI trend, you missed the best years of being a programmer. This shit is easy. It is so unbelievably free. So, like, dog, it is complicated. You do need to do math, but it's not that complicated.
Woo!
The math is all done for you. Just like the math was done on that down smash, the angle of attack. You know, Sakurai put it in the game. He said, like, actually, the one cool thing, like that, the Sakurai talks about us is he talked about like how he designs his games and how he tells his programmers like, hey, make sure I can fuck with stuff easily. Like, put the move stuff in like a JSON that I could like type differences in, recompile the game, and test very easily and quickly. And when you play HAL Laboratories games, it feels like it. Because there's a lot of variety in, like, if you play like Kirby Air Ride, there's like 20 carts. Because Sakurai said, I put these in and this feels like a fun cart. Or his developers did that.
Yeah.
And he made it very easy for
like it's easy for him to mess with the mechanics of each individual card just another way.
Yeah, that was like
because like they're in a JSON file.
Yeah.
It can just be like, I want to like test this card, and then test the card, and then he goes, I want to make it like move faster at like base speed.
Yeah.
So just increments the base speed level.
And so, like, you can really like kind of see that in the way that this game is set up. Like, a move has a damage, an angle, a hit stop, and they're all like unique things that you can change. And he probably fucked with them until the game felt good.
Yeah.
Like,
and you know, not all of them are perfect, but
yeah. But also, he clearly didn't make every decision. There's a lot of characters in this game, and he very much offloaded things. I'm fairly sure he offloaded them onto the guy who made Rob.
And you know what? I don't blame him.
And like Mr. Sakurai, when he was making Brawl, he was like, all right, Rob should have gyro, but having an item is pretty powerful, so it's going to be a little bit laggy. And the guy making Rob in this game was like, all right, gyro's a good move, and I like using it. It should be awesome.
Like, you should be able to use it more.
Yeah. And you know how Wario has like a cooldown on his spike? I think the cooldown on gyro should be 0. You should be able to throw gyro into gyro.
But if Isabella Villager pockets gyro, like that should also.
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
All right, so this is probably going to like I'm calling it. This goes to Twizy. These percents are notoriously tough for Wolf to deal with. He can't get you into a ton of great positions outside of a simple ledge situation, and stuff like forward air doesn't confirm into like a back air. Exactly what I was saying. It's so much easier for D-Twizy to get those confirms with those lower percent.
And I think, you know, not really talking about it that much, but the big thing is that while, you know, Wolf is a very strong character at beating zoners, you still can't just give Buckeye the room to set up every trap they want, because while it seems initially smart, just like set beneath the platform and throw lasers, Duckeye can also just perfectly angle can to come in there, and then you're forced to make a decision anyways, right?
Yeah, but it's also tough because Wolf doesn't really have buttons that last long and kill.
No,
He's got buttons that last long, he's got buttons that kill. But if you want to keep this character at ledge, which is where zoners are all the worst, like they're all terrible at getting off ledge, he kind of can't use things like Nair to kill you. He's there to be like, okay, I'm going to use Nair to keep you on the ledge until 170, and then empty. That's my win. If you can't get through at the ledge, just have a rage monster, D-Twizy, can get play pitch and full screen and back air you at 110, and it's over. Are getting antsy.
I don't super blame that. I think the other big thing is like my genuine thing, like if I were to tell somebody like one thing about fighting, I would be like, make yourself about that. Which obviously a good duck has something about that you can do, but it's still like the most consistent way of like making
That if that was cranked more, that was it.
Yeah, and also I think I would just
bad DI. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. But at the same time, this matchup lasts forever.
You've got a lot of time for it.
And you've got a lot of time to wolf back it, you know? I feel like that's...
Like, oh my god. Like that situation there where like, sitting on the phone, when hand is not an immediate threat to you, you have to like make the most of it. Because now, like, yeah. I mean, because he's doing everything possible to like move such that
you also have to keep in mind the mental stack on the duck. They're doing a lot. They have to keep track of, like, it's a pseudo puck pressure. And so, that's hard. Like,
this is important.
Really good coverage here from Twizy, but Upper's not going to start killing. It's going to start killing, I guess, soonish now. It's also impossible for anybody to get Wolf in the air. He can just hold away and you can't get it. And Duckhunt doesn't have the ground speed to kind of chase that down. So. Hard, I think, probably thinking about, like, okay, what's my win con? Because, I mean, Twizy will give you plenty of time to figure it out. Oh boy. Oh! Ooh, okay, okay. I respect that down tilt. I'm surprised Card isn't going off. That up B is a little bit easy to deal with, and
I disagree with Card's approach to getting that much space.
Isn't Duckhunt's roll-in suck? Isn't Duckhunt's roll-in from that suck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, considering almost always goes for like...
you can kind of rely on D-Twizy is going to either can, neutral, or jump. And they're all very easy to cover. You can also just wait. Just select for movement. Roland is the only one that really offers you any reverse in this match. It will definitely be. I just don't think. It should set up for a good.
And also, it's like 167 right now. Like, surely, even though he's. Yeah. And so it's a good same situation again.
Now we're neutral, and that is a dangerous place for a high percent hard to take. It's really hard's the one at high percent here. Lizzie is at death. Any more percent, we're still at death. Like, she doesn't really. She's just trying to get that extra. I respect that.
So much. You're almost okay.
Huh?
I think. I don't know. I don't know.
And Twizy clearly thought that that was a checkmate. And Card was like, if you say so.
I mean, Card just had shield.
Yeah, like if you roll, you risk your frame one getting clipped or whatever.
Or like, usually without the mask.
And now, this is a nightmare for Twizy. Because being around like 28-30% against Wolf is a nightmare. Like, we're so likely to get air, back air, or some like shit. And Card can do it. I mean, Card ain't juice. Card's not looking for that shit that like, come on. Now! You don't care. You don't care if you get hit by that up right now.
At this point, I think they say about the
Card cares a little bit about himself right now. Because up air won't kill from some areas right now. Ooh, I thought that was an up smash from Card. Roll in. Yeah. So it doesn't matter in this matchup. It's just... Oh! What? Oh, crazy reversal. Or is it going to be looking for something special here? We're going to be trying to find a back air or like an F tilt to get into an offstage situation. Is he staying out of the sky? Trying to get the up air, doesn't quite connect. Laser gets to the offstage. Hard not advancing on it. Understanding that one can hit with the death. And that's it! Twizy goes to winner's semis! Hard taking their head. Even in the pizzeria. Oh! How did you pizzeria me that hard?